performance management today for your players?
Not touching that one.
You know yet if Cam and Javel are available?
I do. I am.
Willing?
Will they play?
They will. I mean, I answered the question. He asked me, I answered it. I've watched too much Law and Order.
That's fair.
Marty, when you see this Grizzlies team, is the way they, risen up this season,
Mhm.
Does it remind you in any sort of ways to how the Suns of the last 3 years since you've been here, been on this upward trajectory?
I guess so. I mean, we both play hard and have relied on young players to, push the program along. And, the fact that we're in the same conference and have had some tough battles probably makes you see the similarities a bit more. But yeah, I think we're a lot alike.
Back to what you're saying at the beginning, not from your team's perspective.
Mhm.
I think maybe you've been asked this already, but what is your philosophy here down the stretch of this last week in terms of how you're going to use
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us have the right answer. Everybody's trying to strike the balance of health and rhythm and, some rest, which you rest too much and guys lose rhythm. And then with the positions that we're both in, you're going to get a few days off and you're not going to play NBA basketball in those days. So you're not going to have the same game rhythm. So I don't know how you strike that balance. I think that's probably the difference between today's basketball and pre-play-in tournament basketball. You didn't have that long break. It's almost like an all-star break before you play again. So probably have to sprinkle some scrimmage days and try to have normal game days in those however many days it takes. So we're just trying to do the best we can with the information that I'm inundated with. So I don't have a great answer for it because I think everybody's just trying to do their best.
Funny as it relates to Cam, unlike with Chris,
Mhm.
it was lower body injury.
Mhm.
So will he be on a definite minute restriction, or like Chris, do you kind of see how he's moving, see how he's feeling?
Yeah, I think both. I lied last time I talked about Chris, so I don't want to put myself in a box again.
I think Chris is
Nah, I was watching him when he was out there. He looked fine, and we were able to use our timeouts in a way that allowed for him to rest. And that was a big game on the road on a back-to-back, I think. And I think we'll do the same with Cam. It's a little bit different with him coming off the bench, so you don't have the same. It's just a different way to play him, and so I'm just gonna see. He's looked good in his workouts and playing one-on-one and the things I've seen. So we'll just see how it goes.
How important was it you joined last year, leading over this year, give guys extra confidence and even be better? How important was that run last year for you?
I think it just allows for you to understand what each day is like in the playoffs. I did it as a player, but as a coach, I never won a round. And so after we won the round, everything up to that or after that point was foreign to me. So I had to learn what it was like to, prepare and the travel and the different schedules we were given. When you're in the playoffs, you're given a schedule, especially in the finals. And so you have to work around that. And I think the same for our players. It was a lot of our players the first time they'd ever been in the playoffs, let alone have a deep run. So I think it allows for you to understand, what it's like. And outside of that, you still have to play the games.
looking at this last stretch of green line. Does this become even more important for your bench? Just getting Cam back, and
Mhm.
it
Yeah, Cam, we've always viewed him as a starter. So he and Cam Payne have been like 6 men together. And so bringing those two in the game at the same time will settle everybody else, I think. There's a pecking order to every team. And when you get some of your best players back, it kind of puts everybody else back into their normal role. So I think it'll help there. But to your point, I do feel like they need to, play together some. Cam and Torrey playing together, I think it allows for us to be a bit more versatile on defense, where those guys are switching partners and bigger defenders that, helped us for sure last year in the playoffs when we had, at times Cam, Torrey and Dooley in the game. And so I think, having those two big wings are going to help us, but we got to get them out there together.
Coach, it's been a minute since you had a healthy roster. I can't remember when everybody that could play was able to play. So with this last 5 games left, how do you balance getting guys back in that rhythm and giving guys somewhat of a rest?
You get his notes. I just you share with him. Is this like a bad class where you? Now they don't. They have like smart boards, right? So you can just swipe and look at the deal. No, I think it's just one of those deals where I've thought about it way too much. I don't have a great answer. I think we're just trying to figure out health, rhythm, rest. And like, if you ask 30 people, I think you come up with 30 different, we're going to figure it out as we go along. I know how important competition is to our team. And the way we approached yesterday's practice was no different. There was a locked in mentality right off the plane. We went right to the gym and everybody was, just looking forward to today's game because these guys want to win and we're playing for a lot of stuff every time we step on the floor. And I don't want to take that away from the team. So I have to balance a lot. And with the information I'm given, I try to, allow for that to help me make these decisions.
Watching them and seeing them deciding without actually asking the question.
No, I talk to the guys, especially the older guys who've been around. The young guys, they don't know anything. They're like me. But I talk to the older guys, especially the guys who've been in these situations. We only have 2 guys who've had to play heavy minutes all year long and then play in the playoffs. That would be Chris and Jay. They've been in these situations before. So JaVale's been in playoff situations, but he hasn't played those types of minutes. And he's one of the guys that needs to play because he's been out for a couple of games and as a backup. Cardio is huge for JaVale. He needs to play to keep his rhythm. So there's a lot of things you're weighing.
Coach, when you looked it out to this game, the way you got the franchise record, don't switch that. Get to this point right now. How are you feeling? And does it feel like it could be an extra force for you guys?
I think, you guys who've been around me know I'm just concerned about our meeting and getting a good message across to the guys. At the same time, I'm aware that this is a huge moment for the organization, for the city, but you can't enjoy that huge moment until you do what you're supposed to do. And that's where my mind goes back to. I think our players are focused on that. But it is something that's pretty special, just based on, where we started not even 3 years ago to be in this position. I don't think any of our guys take it for granted. And that's why we all go back to, let's have a good meeting, good warm up, and go out there and hoop and compete.
Coach, I know you're a big three guy. I know you have a little extra time and nothing time. Do you get a chance to do it for 3 hours?
No, I didn't. Last night we got here and came straight to the gym. And then we had meetings this morning. I do miss going over to St. Jude and you know, getting a chance to go to the museum. Those are like two highlights for me. Never thought that Memphis would be a city that I would be, you know, would be special to me in that way. Cause I would, you know, just young, and you just think you're going to play basketball, and not even leave your room. You know what I mean? But St. Jude is one of those places that has a special place in my heart, just because of the people that I've met there, and the families that you get to meet. And then I think we all should, if we can, if you can send a penny to a place like St. Jude, you should, because I've been there and I've seen the effects of it. I've been there and given blood and plasma, and and didn't listen to what they told me, and did too much later on, almost passed out. You know, I've been a part of that community, and then I've had my own situation in my family where Phoenix Children's Hospital has been a place of refuge for us. And so I'm a huge advocate for giving to these kinds of places. Shriners is another one. There's places all over the country, you know, Mayo Clinic, and I'm not quite sure you have to give to one, but hopefully we can all donate to at least one to try to change the lives of many families who can't afford that kind of medical care. Nah, I'm vegan now, so I can't even, like, you know, it was a few years ago when I went over there and I crushed it, you know. Now I can't even like, I've been doing this vegan thing now for about 2 years. I'd love to just have like 2 chicken breasts with a hamburger in between it, you know, but I can't, man. It's just, but I did do that a few years ago, man. And I was, you know, I had stuff coming out of my skin, man, when I finished eating that stuff, man. It was so good. That place is crazy.
Thanks,
Yeah, thank you.